Shalom uvracha, friends, and thanks for tuning into the Lost Princess Initiative. With Hashem's help, we've begun the first phase of this unbelievable project where we've been sending out, with Hashem's help, daily teachings from the tzaddikim, videos from Mashpiim twice a week, but this is only the very, very beginning. With Hashem's help, over the next couple of months, we're going to be rolling out further phases of the initiative. And Mirz Hashem, we hope that my upcoming book on Rebbe Nachman's story, The Lost Princess, called The Story of Our Lives, will be in stores, Be'ezra Hashem. The website full of amazing resources, really a beautiful website that we've been developing, working very hard on, will be launched, Be'ezra Hashem, at that point, as well as an online webinar course to study Rebbe Nachman's story in depth, together, ba'achdos, Mirz Hashem, with an incredible curriculum that's been developed with Hashem's help, and many other projects that Mirz Hashem will go live at that point, so stay with us, we're just beginning. In today's teaching from the Holy Berditchever, the Tzaddik tells us something incredible. How many times in our lives do we experience hashgacha pratis? Do we experience a flash of recognition that something just happened that shouldn't have happened naturally? That there's someone up there running the show, however slightly we may feel that feeling in that moment, we stand awed with the realization that we just touched something beyond. Some people actually experience miracles, real miracles, things that are absolutely mimalu mi'aver, above and beyond the strictures of nature, something that's a clear touching point, so to speak, to be able to contact the master of the world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself. And in that moment, of course, there's joy, there's salvation, there's a feeling of freedom, of redemption. There's a feeling of having been the recipient of something that was so amazing that it couldn't have happened in a natural way. Where something changes radically for the better, and in that moment we feel the simcha that's connected with that experience. But the Berditchever says that in Avodas Hashem, someone who's connected to the Master of the world, b'chol leiv b'chol nefesh, who lives every single moment connected to the divine, shivisi Hashem l'nedi samid, a Jew who sees God everywhere he looks. The kind of Jew that we're trying to describe and trying to foster and encourage with the Lost Princess Initiative and all the teachings from all the tzaddikim that we're going to be conveying to Israel Hashem in the months and the years to come. The Berditchever says that such a Jew, when that person experiences hashgacha pratis, certainly when that Jew experiences a nes, the primary simcha, the primary tanug and delight and joy that that person feels in the moment is not simply because they just got out of a bind, because somebody who was dying just became miraculously better, because something radically changed in their financial situation where one moment they were drowning in debt and the next moment the check shows up in the mail for the exact same amount that they needed, etc., etc. Of course the simcha comes from the salvation, but that's not the primary joy. That's not the primary reaction. Says the Kedushas Levi, such a Jew who's connected not only to all the things in between, but connected to the source, to the Master of the world, to our Father in heaven, and who's always cognizant of that relationship that he has with that Ein Sof, with that infinite source that loves each of us so much. To such a Jew, in the moment that we experience something so amazing, that simcha that we feel is bound with the realization that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in that moment, just revealed his great love for that individual, for him or herself. In that moment, the joy comes not from the Yeshua, not from the salvation, as much as it comes from the realization that the infinite creator, the infinite being, who brings the world into existence each and every moment, loves me, loves you, loves the person for whom that salvation was just brought into the world. There's no greater joy than that. There's no greater simcha than that. There's no greater ultimate salvation than that. As many things might go wrong in our lives, or as many things that might go right, we have to realize that the moment that we're connected to the realization that the Master of the world loves us, mamish loves us, he cherishes us, every single moment he gifts us with the gift of life. Every time that a Jew breathes in, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kiviyachol is breathing out consciously, giving us life, giving us hope, giving us that belief and the empowerment to know that he believes in us, that he put us here for a purpose, that he needs us here, Kiviyachol. That moment and that realization is the key and the connection to all salvation. Because if I'm connected to an infinite being that loves me infinitely, that means that anything's possible. That means that at any given moment, if I connect to that realization, Ein Od Milvado, Ribbon Shalom, there's nothing else but you. I'm not reliant on anything else but you alone. In that moment, a Jew is able to contact and connect the realm of infinite possibility. So I bless us all that we should be zocha to taste hashgacha in our lives, to taste nisim, miracles, Yeshuas, all the wonderful things that we yearn for and daven for and long for. We should be zocha to it all. But even more so, more than being zocha to the Yeshua itself, we should be zocha to taste not just at various moments, specific events in life, but as a continual process to become connected and to remain connected to that infinite loving source, to the key of Ein Od Melvado, to the key of Das Alekei Avicha V'Avdeu, Shavisi Hashem L'Nagdi Samid, to be connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu at all times consciously, to believe that He believes in us. And in that way, we should be zocha to merit to contact that point of infinite possibility, of infinite salvation, of infinite miracles. We should be zocha, Emir Hashem, to the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu, B'mher B'yaminu, Amen, where we will finally come face to face with that being whom we love so much. Ani l'doidi v'doidi li, let it be soon, let it be today. Thank you so much for watching.